we shall be discussing the math functional competency. This is part of the 15 competencies defined in Republic Act number 10869 or the Jumpstart Philippines program. Let's start! Okay, trainees, in this series, we will be discussing the math functional skill. Math functional skill is the capacity to apply basic mathematical operations using critical thinking. You might think, oh no, math, calculations, numbers, x and y, algebra again, or boring, let me skip this module. But I tell you, don't leave this module as you will learn the importance of math in our daily lives. What am I talking about? Money. Yes, money matters of course. Mathematics is related to money. Money exchange using similar operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. In business, you calculate profit, loss, and revenue. All of these terms are found using basic math operations. You calculate total money in your pocket by simply adding several notes, which is math. In this session, you will learn about money management, how to have the proper mindset about money. Develop a better attitude towards money. Learn how to set financial goals, and we will learn about needs and wants, budget, and credit card management. First, let us differentiate what are needs and what are wants. One of the most basic concepts when it comes to saving money is that we must learn how to determine our needs and wants. No matter where you seek financial advice, you'll see or hear this seemingly simple concept over and over again. At first glance, it does seem simple. Our needs are the things we must have to sustain us day to day. Food, shelter, clothing, personal care items, and in most cases, safe and reliable transportation. Just about everything else can be classified as a want, though might seem like a need. Entertainment, electronics, leisure travel, the list of things we want is potentially endless. But even within the needs category, the lines can be blurred. For example, food. We must have food every day, but we don't need to dine out to get it. We must be fully clothed to go out in public. But does it mean one has to wear the latest fashions to stay within the bounds of decency? So you need to do is determine the veracity of the fine line of your budget. When setting a budget, it's important to differentiate between what you need and what you want. Indeed, many budgeting systems ask you to assign percentages to your needs and wants. For instance, the 50-30-20 budget popularized by Elizabeth Warren recommends putting 50% of your budget to needs and 30% to wants. These limits aren't exact, but if you find yourself spending too much in any of them, consider redoing your budget. I think you already did some budgeting like saving up money to buy that pair of Jordan shoes or a smartphone, but you don't have an idea what budgeting means. Budgeting, the process of planning what you spend so that it is less than what you earn. How can we budget efficiently? Simply by spending less than you earn. Since budgeting allows you to create a spending plan for your money, that you will always have enough money for the things you need and the things that are important to you. Following a budget or spending plan will also keep you out of debt or help you work your way out of debt if you are currently in debt. Using SMART goals with your budget plan to help you on debt to make it more manageable, like I will pay off all my debt. I will pay off all of my debts down to 0% from the current balance. I am responsible for it. My role is an active one. This is a realistic, attainable, and achievable goal. Others have done it before. I will pay off all of my debts down to 0% from the current balance by September 2021. Planning is important, especially when it comes to your financial situation. Life can become chaotic sometimes and it's easy to lose sight of the goals you set at the beginning of the year. Remember, it's never too late to gain control over your budget. Now, let's tackle debts. Debts can be in the form of a loan. A loan is the lending of money by one or more individuals, organizations, or other entities to other individuals, organizations, and others. The recipient incurs a debt and is usually liable to pay interest on that debt until it is repaid as well as to repay the principal amount borrowed. There are two types of debt, the good one and the bad one. Here's the difference between good and bad debt. A good debt is typically defined as debt used to finance something that will increase in value in the future. For example, you borrowed money for a tuition fee or to finance a business. A bad debt refers to debt that is not beneficial in the long run. For example, you borrowed money to buy the latest version of a smartphone or to finance a vacation. Earlier, we mentioned the word loan. You often heard this in cars and gadgets. Now, let's discuss loans. Loans come in many different forms. Several factors can differentiate the costs associated with them along with their contractual terms. Secured and unsecured loans. Loans can be secured or unsecured. Mortgages and car loans are secured loans as they are both backed or secured by collateral. In these cases, the collateral is the asset for which the loan is taken out. So the collateral for a mortgage is the home, while the vehicle secures a car loan. Borrowers may be required to put up other forms of collateral for other types of secured loans, if required. Credit cards and signature loans are unsecured loans. This means they are not backed by any collateral. Unsecured loans usually have higher interest rates than secured loans, because the risk of default is higher than secured loans. That's because the lender of a secured loan can repossess the collateral if the borrower defaults. Rates tend to vary wildly on unsecured loans, depending on multiple factors including the borrower's credit history. Loans can also be described as revolving or term. A revolving loan can be spent, repaid, and spent again, while a term loan refers to a loan paid off in equal monthly installments over a set period. A credit card is an unsecured revolving loan, while a home equity line of credit is a secured revolving loan. In contrast, a car loan is a secured term loan and a signature loan is an unsecured term loan. Here are some tips on managing your finances. Number 1, know your money priorities. Before budgeting, you need to determine your priorities. If you skip this crucial step, you won't buy into your financial plan. You need a focus to align your money goals with your money habits. That focus is what's most important in your life right now. You need the focus to align your money goals with your money habits. Do you have credit card debt that makes your stomach churn just thinking about it? Paying that down might be your number 1 priority. Number 2, determine your monthly pay. As the saying goes, what gets measured gets managed. How can you manage your money without knowing what you earn each month? If you don't have a concrete number, determine your monthly income after taxes. Number 3, track where you spend your money. Time to play detective with your own finances. In order to get the full picture of your spending habits, you need to do some financial forensics on yourself. If it seems overwhelming, limit yourself to 1 month's worth of expenses. Number 4, have a plan. Now that you know how much you earn as well as how much you spend, it's time to make a plan. The best financial plans align your priority with your spending habits. Number 5, stick to the plan. Once you pick a plan, give it a try for at least a month. You need that long to see if it works for you. Anything less and you won't see the benefit of keeping an eye on your finances. Number 6, expect emergencies. Regardless of what your priority is, you'll want to have some easily accessible liquid funds. Number 7, save early and often. This rule holds true regardless of your current priority. The sooner you save, the sooner you can build interest. You don't even need an investment account to start earning interest. Number 8, take advantage of free money. You don't want to overlook what assets are available to you. Number 9, look your debt. Take a look at your total debt. Is there anything you can refinance for a lower rate? Maybe it's transferring a balance to a credit card with lower interest. Or it's consolidating loans. It's worth combing through your debt with a fine-tooth comb to see if you can find a way to save. Number 10, find what works and keep doing it. Another common maxim that applies to money management is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Once you find a system that works, don't get distracted by new apps or conflicting financial advice. As financial expert Dave Ramsey says, You will either manage money or lack of it will always manage you. The best way to build financial security is to get a grip on how and where you are spending your income, and then make a plan and stick to it. Of course, life can throw you off track sometimes, but that's okay. As long as you get back on budget, a hiccup here or there won't destroy your future financial success. Let's discuss the money tree. The money tree shows roots represents plans and activities related to savings and reducing spending or increasing earnings. Branches represent plans and activities related to expenses or purchases and loans they might take. Yes, the tree will fall down if the roots are too short and the branches are too long and heavy. Make sure that you do not have too many expenses and loans and not enough earnings and savings to counterbalance them. Here's a recap for what we have discussed. Math functional skills are skills that we use to live independently. Understanding money, budgeting, and telling the time to help us do important things like shop for groceries, save for a big purchase, and catch the bus to get to work. Wants are the desires for goods and services we would like to have but do not need. Many wants may seem like needs. Needs are a special kind of want and refer to things we must have to survive, such as food, water, and shelter. A budget is an estimation of revenue and expenses over a specified future time and is usually compiled and reevaluated periodically. It is very important to define your financial goals and develop healthy money habits if you want to succeed in managing your finances. When you properly manage your money, you can make your dreams a reality. Here's a quote by Robert J. Schiller. Finance is not merely about making money. It's about achieving our deep goals and protecting the fruits of our labor. It's about stewardship and therefore about achieving the good society. If ever you have a few time, please try to play the needs versus want game. It's fun and informative. Thank you, Life Skills Trainees. Don't forget to like this video and follow Peso Muntinlupa page for the upcoming videos and events. See you till next Life Skills series. Bye!